Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Todd Chrisley details Lindsie's emails with FBI fallout. Todd Chrisley is estranged from his daughter Lindsie. Lindsie's mother is Chrisley's first wife, however, Julie has legally adopted her. The father-daughter duo does not have a good relationship with each other. With Todd being released from prison after being granted a presidential pardon, some fans are wondering where Chrisley and his daughter stand. Keep reading to find out more. Reality star Todd Chrisley is back in the spotlight as he leaves prison behind. The Georgia native has returned to his family after serving several years in federal prison for tax evasion and financial fraud. Todd is set to return to reality TV with his family on September 1st when their new docuseries, The Chrisleys, Back to Reality, is set to air on Lifetime. With the star returning to the spotlight, many are wondering where he stands with his daughter, Lindsie. Todd Chrisley recently appeared on Speak On It, a podcast featuring Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kandi Burruss. Chrisley revealed to Burruss that he is currently estranged from his daughter. In addition, he revealed that she worked with the FBI during their investigation into Todd and his wife Julie's crimes. Kandi Burruss asked Todd Chrisley why his daughter would help police arrest him. Todd said Lindsie was on the show, and the network made the decision that they wanted to make Lindsie kind of like a friend to the show. He further explained that Lindsie was hesitant to share publicly the details of her life and marriage. Chrisley revealed that due to his daughter's hesitance, the network demoted her, which left her feeling ostracized. Todd Chrisley revealed that his daughter, Lindsie Chrisley, was removed from filming Chrisley Knows Best because she did not want to share every detail of her life on the reality show. In addition, Lindsie struggled to balance her life as a wife, parent, and reality star. Todd explained, they took her off the show. Then there was a threat of litigation from her side against the production company, and you know yourself. When you start suing the network, that's a problem, and you're now in a position where they're never gonna call you back. Todd Chrisley revealed that after his daughter Lindsie was let go from the reality series, she began to work with the Georgia Department of Revenue on their investigation of Todd and his wife Julie. He explained that they learned of her involvement and ended up getting a settlement of $1 million from the Georgia Department of Revenue. In addition, the employee Lindsie worked with to investigate her parents was fired. In addition to working with the Georgia Department of Revenue, Lindsie Chrisley provided information to the FBI about her parents. Todd Chrisley shared with Kandi Burruss that his lawyers found emails between Lindsie and the FBI during his trial for tax evasion and fraud. The reality star said his daughter's involvement in his indictment broke his heart. He explained, she was working with him and giving him information about the family. I don't know that pain will ever go away. I think sometimes there are certain things that happen in your life that the pain never goes away. You just learn to live with it. Todd Chrisley shared that he no longer communicates with his daughter. However, he said he prays for God to temper his heart and bless her. What do you think of Todd Chrisley's daughter turning on him and working with authorities to arrest him? Let us know in the comments. The Chrisleys, Back to Reality will premiere on Lifetime on September 1st. It was a warm golden afternoon in Nashville when Todd Chrisley, the ever-polished patriarch of Chrisley Knows Best, sat down in front of a microphone. His usually upbeat voice carried a different weight, the kind that comes when family disputes leave scars too deep to hide. For months, rumors had swirled about his eldest daughter, Lindsie Chrisley, and her alleged communications with the FBI. Whispers in the tabloids had turned into roaring headlines, painting a tangled picture of family betrayal, federal investigations, and long-standing tensions between father and daughter. But now Todd was ready to speak, and in his own words, lay the cards on the table. The emails that shook the family. According to Todd, the entire saga began with an unexpected call from his legal team in mid-2019. "I'll never forget the way my attorney's voice sounded," Todd recalled on his podcast. "It was that mix of shock and careful control." He said, "Todd, you're not going to believe this, but the FBI has a file of emails from Lindsie." Todd described flipping through the printed pages in disbelief. "I recognized her tone, her little turns of phrase, the way she writes. I know my child's voice." These weren't just casual notes. They were detailed. They were strategic. In those emails, Todd claimed Lindsie had corresponded with federal agents regarding the Chrisley family's finances and the ongoing investigation that would eventually lead to his and wife Julie's convictions. Todd insisted the emails contained misunderstandings, half-truths, and things that were flat-out wrong. But he said their existence alone had been enough to send shockwaves through the family. The breaking point. The Chrisleys were no strangers to public family drama, but this felt different. Todd's voice softened as he admitted, "There's a big difference between arguing at Thanksgiving dinner and realizing your own flesh and blood may have had a hand in your downfall." Todd claimed that before the emails, there had already been years of strain between him and Lindsie. "It's no secret our relationship wasn't picture perfect," he said. "But I thought there was still love. I thought there was still that unspoken line you don't cross." For Todd, discovering the emails wasn't just about the legal implications. It was about the emotional devastation. "I've always been a man who believes in forgiveness, but betrayal hits different," he said. "It rewrites the history in your head. You start wondering if every hug, every phone call, every smile was real." Lindsie's side of the story. Publicly, Lindsie has maintained that her interactions with law enforcement were not motivated by malice. She has stated in interviews that she was never the source that took down her family, insisting that any cooperation was in response to direct questioning by authorities. But Todd, in his telling, believes otherwise. "The FBI doesn't just cold email you," he said sharply. "You have to walk through that door yourself. And once you're in, you've got to decide whether you're going to protect your family or feed them to the wolves." Despite his pointed words, Todd also admitted that part of him believes Lindsie was manipulated by outsiders. "I think there were people whispering in her ear, making her believe she was doing the right thing," he said. But intentions don't erase consequences. Fallout within the family. The discovery of the emails had a ripple effect that extended beyond Todd and Lindsie. Siblings took sides, group chats went silent, and family gatherings became impossible. When the headlines hit, everyone started asking questions, Todd recalled. "It wasn't just me and her. It was Chase, Savannah, even the little ones. They all felt that sting." Todd described the awkwardness of navigating the holidays afterward. You're sitting at a table, trying to carve a turkey, but all you can think about is the fact that someone at that table once sent the FBI a bullet point list of your alleged wrongdoings. According to him, some family members still reach out to Lindsie, but the trust is fractured. Once you let the outside world into family business, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, he said. The public pressure cooker. While most families might try to handle such disputes behind closed doors, the Chrisleys have lived under the reality TV microscope for nearly a decade. Todd admitted the public nature of their feud made reconciliation harder. When strangers on Instagram are taking sides in your family arguments, it makes every wound feel deeper, he said. For Todd, the pressure wasn't just about reputation, it was about legacy. "My greatest fear wasn't losing the show or the money," he confessed. "It was losing the story of us. We were supposed to be the family that made it through anything." Now we're the cautionary tale.